It's your boy Greenruff here, back with another video. And today, I got a special video for you guys, man. Today we're gonna be having a little discussion, kind of breakdown on the decrease in CC. I really kind of wanted to talk about this and say, like, not really say, but like, are we actually losing chrono crystals? Are we actually, like, per every month, are we actually like seeing a decrease in the amount of CC we get? And yeah, so I really wanted to break this down with you guys, and shout out to Luigiani for the this guy's a Reddit guy, and he's the guy that always records every CC we get per month ever since the game came out. And right here you guys can see the chart for 2020. I couldn't find the one for 2019. I was really looking for it, but I'm just gonna go based off the 2020 because with the recent things of the Zenkais and stuff, it kind of correlates with 2020 more than 2019. And like just the increased amount of banners and step ups. So yeah, let's dive on in and let's see. So right now you guys can probably not see it, so I'm going to zoom this in for you guys, and we're going to start off from January of 2020, and then we're going to go all the way to December 2020, and we're also going to talk about January this year, January, and then this recent past February. And then I'm going to talk about what I think, like, are we actually seeing a decrease, and then if so, why? Like, just like an explanation of why on stuff like that. I really don't know what I'm trying to say, but yeah. So we're gonna check out January 2020, right? So this is last year. Well, not last year, right? The amount of CC we got, basically. Well, first let's go over here. Because it says if a star is placed on element, that means that this reward cannot be claimed if you have more than 20 KCC at the time. Only new content is recorded. That means rewards for returning missions are not included for these rewards. And then data is calculated on the day of release. This means, for example, if a PvP season ends the next month, the top 20k reward will be part of that month. And then personal missions such as missions for soul boosting and leveling are not included in these records. So super dope right there. And there's some also bonus facts right here, and like these are the stuff that he correlated from 2020. But yeah, let's dive into January. So January, we had a total 11.3k CC, and then the bottom says 11k, but I'm just going to look at the total one, the white one. 11.3k CC for January. Then February comes by and it increases, right? It goes up by 700, so we get 12k CC. That's pretty good. Then we're gonna go to March. March is kind of stagnant, kind of dropped a little bit at 11.8k CC. So that's looking pretty good. It has a really good, like, it's really stagnant. Then April comes around, we get 11.2k CC. So okay, kind of drops a little bit, but it's usually around that 11k to 12k CC range. Then we go to May. And it's basically the same amount for for April. It's 11.2k CC. And then June hits. Now, when June hits, you're going to see a huge jump because this is when the second anniversary, this is the anniversary of the game. So we're going to see a lot more chrono crystals than the other months, right? So June hits, boom, it increases up to 15.2k CC. You guys see a lot of crystals, and a lot of people kind of notice that, hey, we got a ton of crystals this month. And that's super dope. That was super dope. You guys can see a 4k CC jump from June because of the second anniversary. So now let's go to July. We're gonna go down here to July. We're gonna scoop this up right here so you guys can see it. Now for July, this is pretty long. Where is it at? Oh yeah, right here. It goes to 14.7k CC. So this is still, I think this is still, they're still kind of prolonging the second year anniversary. And it's at 14.7k CC, right? So that's super good. The second year kind of averaged around 15k CC compared to like 11k, so it jumped up for 4k CCs for it. And this 2 months we increased our chrono crystals by 8k CC because it's 4k CC per month. And then we're going to go to August. So this August is when basically the second anniversary is done. That's when they basically are revamping the Zenkais, right? They're revamping the Zenkais because they're reducing the amount that it costs, because they used to cost 20k CC if you wanted to Zenkai 7 them ever since November in 2019 all the way till I think it was July, and then that's when they started doing the 7k CC and stuff. So August, you're gonna see no second anniversary stuff. Then you're gonna see Zenkais and stuff. It's kind of like a cool down period, right? But still, we still had 15.6k CC. We actually see a jump from August, from July to August in terms of CC amount. So that was a lot of CC right there. And it was actually supposed to be kind of like a dead month where we kind of had to reset and stuff. So we saw a lot of CC in August. Now you guys see here, this is going to be September. In September, we see even a bigger jump. We see a bigger jump of 7k chrono crystals, which is kind of interesting. Like, why these 2 months kind of are usually like where we kind of like just chill out for a bit. But we see 17k CC in September, which is nuts. It's really nuts because I believe that step up banner was the Majin Vegeta and the Revival Cell. And then that's when they Zenkai'd, I believe, Gohan. They Zenkai'd LF Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, I think, in September, I believe. So huge CC amount in September, which is crazy. And then we're gonna go to October, where it kind of drops down, but it goes to 15.6k CC, which is pretty interesting. Then they dropped another banner. They dropped another step up banner with Goku Black and Great Saiyan Man, the duo cis character, right? So usually these 3 months should be a little bit lower, but they actually raised up a lot. They raised up compared to the other months ever since the second year anniversaries. Like, ever since the second year anniversary hit, they kind of stayed at the 15k CC. So they increased it by 4k compared to January to April, and then now it's averaging 15k CC. So now this is where we're going to November. So this is November where they're hyping up the Legends Festival, the Black Friday stuff, and this is when everything starts going crazy. So in November, it jumps up to 17.7k CC with all the new stuff that they dropped. They released 2 step up banners this month, I believe. Remember, they dropped the 6th universe one where they had Champa and Vados earlier in November, and then later that November they dropped the rival universe with UI Goku, right? So they increased it by 17.7k CC in November, which is a lot. This is probably the highest we had throughout all the months, right? So crazy. And the rival, the whole Legends Festival, this is where we usually get the most CC per year, right? Usually in the holiday season, that's when they want to be the most generous, and they give us a ton of CC. So you guys can see here the highest CC amount that we just seen so far. And then we go to December, and December ends it off with 20.6k CC. Now that's crazy. That's super crazy because that's when they're still doing the Legends Festival, right? Then they dropped the double banner. They dropped the double Broly and Gogeta banner. They try to switch up the step up banner, which is trash. The new step up banner is just trash. The new version of it, I just don't like. I like the old one with the UI Goku one, the rival universe. That's the best one in my opinion. But we've seen the highest amount. It goes to 20.6k CC, which is nuts compared to how, like, say for example, March, it was 11.8k. And then we ended off with 20k. So beginning of 2020 started out really low, and then at the end it like slowly increased, right? We started to 11k, then we went to like 15k around the anniversary, and then when it went to the Legends Festival, it went up to like 7k to 20k CC, which is nice. So now we are going to be back in 2021 starting from January. So we're gonna slide here, and this is the 2021 CC records. And then we see that we start off with 13.7k CC. So a lot of people are saying that we didn't have a lot of crystals, but honestly, we had 13.7k. Of course, we're not gonna have as many crystals compared to, like, say the Legends Festival, because that's a festival. That's like a celebration. January is usually kind of like the dead month of Legends. As you guys can see here, when we went to this January, it was 11.3k, but now here it's 13.7k. Now that's really interesting. And then we're gonna go to February, where February, a lot of people are saying we didn't get a lot of CC, but we got 13.1k CC from February. So that's pretty interesting that a lot of people are saying that we're having less amount of CC. And my point is, I think I might have found a solution why a lot of people are saying that we're having a lot more CC. And yeah, let's just go to Legends, right? So we're gonna go here. And we're just gonna go to the summons things, right? Let's just talk about this. So it looks like every month we're going to have a new step up banner. A new step up banner is going to release every single month. That's what it looks like from the trend that they're doing ever since September, right? September with the Majin Vegeta banner. Every month we had a new banner. We had a new step up banner, and it looked like it's here to stay. And I made a video about it saying how they wanted to increase the amount, like the pool of LF units, so maybe down the line they're gonna be easier to get. But I think that's one of the biggest reason why is, you know, with those other months back in 2020, they didn't release step up banners every single month. So people was able to save their CC, not summon on regular banners, and they was able to stockpile their CC, and they was able to go nuts when a step up banner did come out. And also you got to remember the fact that beginning of 2020, Zenkai banner units, if you wanted to Zenkai 7 them, they cost 20k CC. So that means a lot of people was kind of like not interested in Zenkai unit because they didn't want to invest 20k CC on a unit, you know. So a lot of people was like, I don't really care about Zenkais. And that's when we was able to farm up free Zenkais. We could get a unit to Zenkai 1 for free by doing the missions, and people didn't have to invest their CC in that. Now, in January, and around the second anniversary, that's when we started to see the decrease in amount of CC you needed to Zenkai units. So that means a lot more people had like the amount of CC they had, they spent a lot more on the Zenkais because it was a lot cheaper. It was like, hey, I can spend my CC now where I can get a strong unit for 7k CC. So you're starting to see a lot more people invest their CC into Zenkai's banner. But that also means that you're also going to have less CC per month if you spend 7k CC compared to you could have just saved that CC, right? So a lot more people are spending CC on Zenkai's. And then you also got to take in the fact that they also started to increase the amount of step-up banners we have per month. Now, like when I was saying how people would just, when we didn't get step-up banners every month, a lot of people in certain months wouldn't even spend CC. Like they'll hardly spend CC on the step-up, on the Zenkais, because it was 20k CC. And then we had no step-up banner that month. So people would just like save basically like 12k CC that month, right? Without really touching anything, without really spending that much CC on nothing. Because daily banners, everybody just did dailies on, right? So now, since they're releasing step-up banners every single month, everybody is kind of like wanting to summon on every single time, and they're like, oh man, I don't have enough CC, because they are because since they're releasing a lot of step-up banners every month now, everybody feel obligated to summon every single one, where you actually have to be smart about it. You have to be smart about it. You know, releasing, you can't summon on every banner, and you can't, and with the reduced cost of Zenkais, you're actually spending 7k CC most likely per month. So honestly, we're getting pretty much the same amount from January. Like, of course it decreased now, but we're still getting a good amount of CC. It's just that you guys and me are spending like CC on, like, say, Zenkais, right, for 7k CC because they're super cheap. And then to release those step-up banners, we're obligated, we want to summon every single step-up banners to get the units, right? But you just can't do that. You kind of have to be smart with your CC. And another thing I think that also plays in effect is little banners like these, right? Little things like these Zenkai Awakening banners, right? When they return, we're like, hey, let's spend 20 CC every single day to slowly build up these units, right? The permanent ones, right? Think about this. Right now I have 3. But a lot of you guys might have even 5 or even more, right? If you spend 20 CC a day on these, right? Because it's a great value. It's great value. You're going to get the cheapest. You're going to Zenkai unit for basically super cheap, right? Because you're only spending 20 CC, and you're going to get a Zenkai 7 unit for less than 7k CC, right? But you also got to take into fact, if you're doing this every single day with 5 or 6 of these 20 CC a day, you're chugging these, you're spending basically like 100 CC right there. And if you spend 100 CC per week, right, that's 700 CC that you lost, right? And then if you're a guy that spends on the Happy Day weekend banner because of the little sparking ticket, not tickets with the tokens, that's an extra 300 CC right there per week. So you're spending 1,000 CC right there. And you guys probably didn't even really realize that, right? 1,000 CC just because you're spending on the Zenkai Awakening banners and stuff like that, and you're just spending a lot more CC. So that means basically the devs kind of found a clever way of having ways for us to not resist, for us to not resist saving our CC. They basically kind of like, well, I might as well do this because this is a really good deal. So they've gotten a lot better at making us spend our CC. And we just kind of have to think a lot. We kind of have to save and kind of have to make great decisions. We're gonna make smart decisions because there's a lot more value in these new things that they're adding. So we kind of just have to be smart with that. So I honestly don't think that we really are losing CC. I just feel like there's a lot more ways for us to spend CC. In our minds is great value in a sense, right? So that's pretty much it with this video. Hopefully this kind of like answered like, are we actually losing to CC? I just feel like the devs are finding good ways for us to spend our CC, like with Zenkai's or these banners where you spend 20 CC every day, or even the release amount, the increase of step up banners per month. They're finding ways for us to just to not to hoard our CC, and finding ways for us to spend on the newest shiny units. And I feel like we kind of have to like start like not like just reduce our urge for spending CC on certain things and stuff like that. So yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you guys kind of enjoyed. Comment down what you guys think about this video. Did this video kind of like open your eyes to certain things about what I was talking about? And yeah, comment down below. I love to chat with you guys. And yeah, that's it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe. This is your boy Greenruff, man, and I'm out. Peace.